Local Instagram ads are an absolute cheat code if you want to scale your video business. They're an absolute cheat code, and you can literally launch an ad and wake up to new leads coming in every single day within the next 24 hours. It's actually crazy how fast these things work. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 massive lessons that you need to understand if you want to scale local ads and start bringing in new clients every single day. Most people think ads are hard, or they're really hard to set up, or they're not ready for ads, and it's just not true, right? They're very simple. And so lesson number 1 is you need to have pain point targeted ads, meaning your ads need to call out the pain of the ideal avatar and what they're thinking every single day. So what keeps your buyer up at night? Like the person who buys your service, what keeps them up at night? What do they think about? What is holding them back? What is the thing that is something that they're willing to pay for if it was solved? That is what you talk to them about, right? So for instance, I'll give you an example about this. A local business has a pain point of not having a local brand, not being well known, their competition beating them out because they're just not in front of them enough, and those are pain points, right? And another pain point could be you're losing business or market share to your competition because you don't have a local brand, right? That is what you need to be saying in your ads. You need to speak to their exact pain. So pain point ads are the best ads, especially when you're starting out and you're scaling up. And guys, I'm spending over $60,000 a month on my personal ads, and we've helped over 250 video agencies and videographers scale with local ads. So we've got this down. And also when you call out the avatar, the first line can't have any fluff. It needs to be, if you're a business owner here in insert location, Boca Raton, Florida, and you have this pain. Once you got their attention, you need to keep their attention with the pain point, and you need to say it so clearly that it almost feels like you understand exactly what they're going through. And that's what's going to make your ad copy resonate and work extremely well. Second thing you need to understand is you need to have a buyer block mentality with local ads, meaning every dollar you spend on ads is money that you earn. It's money that's like that Meta's billing you every other day, and you need to have a buyer block mentality, which is that lead either buys from you or they block you. So your job is to get in front of their face over and over and over and over again and follow up with value. Follow up as many times as humanly possible. And another thing you could also set up is retargeting ads, which help you follow up with leads until they buy from you, right? Retargeting ads essentially pixel in the person that has already come in from the original ads, right? That has that pain point, and you can show specific ads to them over and over and over. And these are people that are closer to the buying process. These are people that are in the middle of the funnel instead of the top of funnel. But the point is, there are many ways to get people to buy from you, but the mentality you need to have is you're not burning through any leads, right? You are not burning through any leads. Every lead is tracked in a CRM. Every lead is followed up with on a weekly basis. Every lead is watching your content, your supporting content, your YouTube videos, your short form content. Every lead, we're literally following up with them until they buy or block. Because the mentality here is you already paid for that lead. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. And that is the mentality that's allowed us to scale ads over and over and over and scale our business to record months, because we are constantly on top of leads. And some of you might have this limiting belief that like, oh, I don't want to bug this guy. I don't want to be annoying. I don't want to do this. You already paid for that lead, right? You already paid for that lead. It's like, dude, it's either they buy from you or they block you. Who cares, right? Who cares? And also, I do want to say this. You can't just follow up with, hey, man, how are you doing? Just following up. That is the stupidest thing ever. Follow up with value. Send YouTube videos. Send SOPs. Send trainings. Be in front of their face. Be a resource. That way, whenever they're ready to purchase, ready to invest in themselves, ready to grow their business, you're right there, and they know that you can help them out because you've said their pain point. And if you can clearly articulate their pain point and you can clearly articulate the solution, then they understand that you can help them out. You don't have to like keep shoving that down their throat. And the third thing you need to understand is if you've never run a local Instagram ad, you can start with a small budget and scale up like crazy. You can start with a small budget of like $25 to $35 a day. I have a client, Trevor, who he was terrified of running local ads. He's like, Boris, I've been relying on referrals and it's gotten me to 10K a month with my video business. And I'm like, bro, that sounds horrible. Like you're stressed out month after month, right? And so we implemented a local ad. Month one, he made $26,000 and he only spent $450. That is not like a normal thing. He was pretty good at sales, right? Some people have to spend a little bit more. I'm not gonna say you're gonna do that. I don't know. You might suck at sales. It might be great, right? But like, my point is, you can start with a small budget. Most people start with a small budget, get leads coming in every single day, and then they scale from there. Here's the thing you need to understand. You need to track your numbers. You need to track your KPIs. We make all of our clients track every single metric, because if you can see, hey, I spent this amount, we got this amount of conversations, this many intro calls booked, this many sales calls booked, this many offers made, this amount of closes, then it becomes a numbers game. It's not an emotional game. Ads are not an emotional game. Like, they're not. And when you look at it from an emotional lens, then yeah, business is stressful. Right? It becomes you see it as an expense and not an investment. But in all reality, when you zoom out and you track every metric, you can clearly see that, hey, every dollar I put in, I get $6 out. Why not just spend $10,000 and make $60,000? That's literally what my client Reyes did. He spent $16K last month and made $98,000 with his video business, right? It's because we understand the numbers, and I told him, scale up your numbers, dude. Those are healthy numbers. Make it happen. And so, third thing is, again, it's a logical game, but you need to track your numbers so it is not an emotional decision. This is stuff you need to understand if you want to grow your business. You can't be relying on referrals, sending cold outreach. This is the only way to scale. You need to buy attention, you need to buy traffic, and then you need to nurture them up with your content, right? And then convert those leads. And so if you like this type of video, let me know. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll start making a whole lot more of these. Let's go. Subscribe. See you soon. Have a great day.